What's up, everybody? It's DJ Lionhead. Of course, the homie Drippoline can't be here just yet, but he is on his way. Man, we got a good guest today. I've been wanting to get this guest here since we started the podcast. I have so many questions, got limited time. But before we go ahead and, continue on about this artist, well, first of all, let me go ahead and tell you what it is. Let me give you this intro real quick. One of the number one show promoters in Sacramento for I don't know how many years, definitely longer than I've been doing it. She put on like half of Sacramento's underground artists. They have a name on the underground. They know this name. They know the business. Let's see what else we can say. She is moving up and up to where she probably knows almost every damn venue in Sac and on. Let's see what we can say about her. I have modeled some of my shows, watching her doing what she does. Without any more doing too much, the one and only Elisa Scott.
I appreciate those words. I really do.
Yeah. So, before we go ahead and get to about the interview, I wanted you guys to know that a person that we both know, and a lot of you guys do know here in Sacramento, we lost a great artist and a friend of ours. We don't know the details. At least I don't know the details, but that's not important right now. What's important is you guys. We're gonna give you a quick second of silence for the homie Jamese. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Shout out to Jamese, R.I.P. Yeah. Sorry, it's a little tough. Yeah. Let's get to the show. So, now that we have Elisa in the building, a couple questions I want to ask you. First of all, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm blessed to be here. I appreciate you even reaching out to me to want to interview me. It's a blessing. I told myself, I'm trying to get more out on the forefront. I like to play behind the scenes, but in order for people to know what I do and in order for people to support, I have to be, more on the forefront. So, I told myself this year would be that year, actually starting last year, just any opportunity, I'm taking it, you know what I mean? Because like I said, I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm pretty sure every Sacramento artist in any genre, whether it's hip hop, R&B, or whatever it is, thanks you for all you did for them, you know what I mean? Giving them a place to perform. I do the same thing, but you did it before me, so I want to thank you for giving me a model to work with. Learn what you do and make me find my own way. And that's how I believe all promoters should do. Any promoter out there, you can go ahead and watch what I do, watch what she do, but make it your own way. Don't bite 100%. That's what I learned. Don't bite whatever they do 100%. Let her do her thing, you do your thing, but do it your way. So, one of the questions I wanted to ask you is, do you have any shows coming up recently?
Yes, I have. This upcoming Friday, we have All Things Indie Showcase starring Chloe Kaboom. She's from Oakland. I've been working with her for probably more than a decade.
Okay.
And then we also have Mr. G and Max 17 to work with them for many years. Shout out to Emo. I support their whole movement. He's been moving for a very long time. Somebody that I feel doesn't get enough credit that he deserves, but he plays a huge part in the Sacramento music scene. And so, I love working with them. They have huge supporters. Their supporters go crazy. So that'll be Friday at Harlow's inside the Starling Room at 9 p.m.
Yes. Because you guys remember that. And if you guys don't remember that, don't worry. You know how my editing is. You're going to see that flyer where her face is. You're going to see that, damn it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you know how it is. So, I have a couple questions I wanted to ask you here. Let's see here. So let's start with the first one. When did you start promoting and doing shows?
Well, it started, I want to say back in '07. I was working at AT&T, and I met somebody by the name of Cassandra. I call her my cousin, not blood related. But anyway, I told her, hey, like, I've been doing events since high school and stuff like that, but I want to like do parties and stuff. So I want to say like a few weeks later, she had talked to a few other girls and was like, hey, like, we got this thing, Eye Candy ENT. And I was like, shoot, well, you got the girls, I'll join. You know what I mean? She was like, you can be our business manager. So from there, we were doing like shows like in warehouses with Picture Perfect ENT and Slap ENT, to where we having like 2,000 plus people. So we had the pack, pretty much any big group at that time during the hyphy movement. We had them come to our 18 up parties, and just do their thing, and they would go crazy. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So from there, I kind of felt like the promoters that we were working with, they really didn't want Sacramento artists to get on these parties. And I'm like, well, we from Sacramento, we got to put on for Sac.
Right.
So I ended up starting to do shows on the side and doing shows like at Silk and Pinky's, and then from there, using my access as far as like parties, I started doing clubs. And how I would do is I get the clubs, start doing like parties, and then I could persuade them to allow me to do shows. And so that's how I did it. I did shows on off nights. And so I started basically in '07.
Damn, '07. I didn't start till excuse me, like maybe 2010. So yeah, but yeah. Shout out to you and definitely Emo. And just for y'all, let you know, Emo's coming next week. But let's get on with this thing here, because we're talking to the one and only Elisa Scott here. Let's see another question for you here, which is, so what motivates you to keep going doing shows, even though some of them may not come out the way you like?
Because it's trial and error. I've been doing this for so long, and I know, my model works for the most part. And what motivates me is just the artist, knowing some of their background stories and how much music motivates them, how that stage just makes them feel just like they feel on cloud nine. You know what I mean? Like it's a place where they can just be themselves and do what they do, and express how they feel. So that's what kind of keeps me going, because I actually retired when I had my daughter, and literally I want to say like a few months later, people just kept saying, come back. And so I just decided to come back and, eventually do my thing and go from there. So, and then I changed the name because it was Rock the Mic, and now I changed it to All Things Indie Showcase.
Okay. So we got the big homie Drippoline in the building.
What's happening?
What's good with the homie?
Yeah. So, see, I got notes this time, bro. I made notes for her. You know what I mean? So, name an accomplishment that happened at a show that you're proud of.
There's a few. I'm trying to think of one specific. I would say when my brother was working with Don Richard, who used to be a part of Danny Kane, and that was huge with Diddy, and then from there she went on to be with Diddy Dirty Money, and then she started doing her own solo stuff. So he ended up writing for her and co-producing like 3 albums for her solo. And I ended up bringing her out here, and I ended up working with her and bringing her like to the Bay Area. We took her to see like some kids in Big Rich's Project Level in San Francisco. We also took her to Valley High School, which I went to see the kids and talk to them and let them know, you can be anything, and you can come from, whatever, because she dealt with Hurricane Katrina and all that type of stuff. So she was kind of giving them that story and giving them that background. Like, I come from New Orleans. It's tough out here too. You know what I mean? I think she's from the Ninth Ward or whatever the case may be. But, I was just proud of that moment, because that's actually somebody that me and my siblings, we looked at on TV. Like, we loved Bad Boy. Like, even though we from the West Coast, we loved Tupac and Dr. Dre and all them, but we loved New York. Like, it was something about Diddy's production. You know what I mean? And so, and how he just went about how he can hear music. He wasn't, he can't sing, none of that, but he has an ear for music. So, working with her was like a dream come true, not only for my brother, but for me as well, to be able to book shows for her and make money doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times they like, oh, well, you work for big artists or artists that are signed, they're not paying you. It's an opportunity. No, she paid me for every booking. You know what I mean? So that's nice. Something that I was proud of.
That is, like, give it up for her for that. Yeah, this is good. Got one last question, then I'm gonna ask one of my personal questions. Okay, so What is your biggest show goal in the future?
I would say doing a festival, a huge festival, having vendors and just local artists doing their thing, also local DJs doing their thing as well, having them do different sets and just really making it all about the artists. Because currently right now I'm doing a TV project with Corey D. Story, and we're putting together a TV project to pitch to like HBO and a few other networks to show them like what we're doing in Sacramento, how we're trying to create a Hollywood scene here. A lot of people go to other cities, go to other states, and they feel like that's their only way out. You know what I mean? They feel like that's the only way to make it. So we're trying to build something in Sacramento because, to be honest, a lot of artists come to Sac to blow up.
Right.
The Bay Area, they always come here and we show them a lot of love. So it's like me just trying to get people to understand like we need to do the same thing out here. So doing a festival and really making it all about the local artists and really getting some dope talent. That's my goal and that's my dream.
That's nice. I like that one. See, I can just imagine now. Elisa Lau. I'm doing.
But it's going to take a collaborative effort. That's the one thing with me. Like, I love to collaborate with people. So, like, if anybody willing to do something like that can help me out with that, like, please tap in because that's something I really want to do. Kind of like a 916 day, but make it really, really big. I'm huge on 916. A lot of people see me posting. I used to post a lot. Kind of been lacking on it, but 916 Sacramento. I love promote my city and saying I'm from Sac.
I love it too. So I got a little game I used to play. It is usually called Dream Collab and Wild Collab. But for you, you're not actually an artist, so I'm going to say Dream Headliner and Wild Headliner. Okay, so you get an email, right? You get an email saying, hey, I'm trying to do a show in Sacramento, but I want to touch the underground. On a high level, these are two people, you're going to get two emails. The first one you get is from Snoop. Wants to work with you. It's your first email. Second email you get Jay-Z. If you choose one, the other one moves somewhere in the city and go do somewhere else. Which one you choose?
Y'all gonna sound crazy, but I'm gonna choose Snoop.
What? She gonna choose Snoop?
Like I said, we from the West Coast. I love his music. I love that funk. Like a lot of people that know me know I listen to like Terrace Martin, Jane Hancock. She's actually from Richmond, but he signed her. Just his style of music, Battle Cat. You know what I'm saying? Like all them. Like I love the LA sound. I started going there when I was like younger. My aunt moved out there, and it was just something about LA. I actually wanted to move out there, but I kind of changed up, my dream after I started doing shows and stuff out here.
Yeah. Okay. Joe Snoop. So now we're gonna go for that Wild Headliner. Okay, you get two emails, same thing. The first email is like, hey, I'm trying to make a comeback. I'm trying to do this thing. Let me go ahead and do this thing, and I want you to be there to bring me a show in Sacramento because I'm trying to do a whole tour, but I want to stop over here at Elisa. And it is Domino. You know who that is? Okay, that's your first one. Now your second one, he lets you know that he wants to do a show in 2024. Not many people don't know this. In 2024, this person will be able to release music. He will be doing shows, and that person is Flavor Flav. Which one you go with?
I'm gonna have to go with Domino. Yeah, I can't do the Flavor Flav. He messed it up with his show for me. Like,
Oh, man.
I can't even be able to look at him and like do business with him. I'd be like, bro, put a bag over this man's face.
Oh man, can't see him going. Yeah. Okay.
Bro, look like a gargoyle.
For sure.
So, Jolene, you just got here. You got a question you want to ask her real quick?
Did y'all play any music yet?
Not yet. When she got music, she's the promoter.
So, what made you want to be a promoter? Like, what made you choose that as like something to do? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because I actually wanted to be it's funny, police officer. My grandpa, I used to be a police officer, and then I wanted to be a teacher. But in high school, I did a dance competition in '04 called the BSU Showdown.
Yeah.
And from that, like we went around all the schools in Sacramento and tried to get everybody involved. It ended up being 12 schools. We sold tickets for like $5 a piece.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it was going to be big, but I left and came back, and the whole gym was packed. And if you know Valley's Gym is 2,000 people that can fit in there. We literally had to turn people away. We made $10,000 with that. So that kind of opened up my eyes, and I was like, ooh, there's money. There's money to be made and quick.
There you go.
Now that money didn't go into my pocket. It ended up going to like pay for people's PSATs, SATs, college, like they send off their letters and stuff trying to get admitted to these schools and stuff. Their applications, they pay for that. And also for some kids that went to college in the BSU for like 2 or 3 years, they were able to use that money. So that was a dope thing, for me. But me seeing that, like, oh, I can bring 2,000 people. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't just me, but like, I can really bring all these people in one building. So that's what really made me want to promote.
Okay.
Who was your first headliner?
Ooh.
The first headliner, I would say, for sure, like my own show would be, it was a mixture. It was Jay Stalin, Jacka, Dub 20, Filthy Rich, and so we did that at Pinky's. So shout out to Bruce Banner, Hardline, and all them. They kind of forced me to kind of do shows and stuff like that back in those days, and so that was our first show that we kind of collabed with, and that was pretty dope.
Okay. So there's a song I want to play because of course Triple wasn't here to hear this. Big homie Jimmy Z Baby passed away, and we had a little assignment silent moment for him. But at this time, we're gonna play one of his songs. It just feels right to go and play the song. We're gonna just chill out, be cool, and listen to one of his jams. You know what I mean? R.I.P. to the one, Jimmy Z, man. You're gonna miss that brother, man. Here it is, one of his songs I used to love that he made, called Big Daddy. I call it Big Daddy. It was Big Daddy Too Cool, but Jimmy Z. Let's check it out. R.I.P. Jimmy Z.
Like damn right, I got it. Big dreams and knowledge. Add a little bit of hustle. Now we talking about dollars. Now we talking about dollies. To move all these commas. Presidential swag, they call me Swaggy Obama. I'ma take a shot at that cranberry. Whirlpool that vodka. Jimmy's baby so on. Mouthpiece Sinatra. See baby got that doctor. Supremo with them choppers. She's a head of a surgeon. Graduated to Hopkins. She got skills, y'all. Now I gotta get it how I live, y'all. No do-si-do, no time for that. I got bills. Try to stop my grind, that's what I kill for. My family's what I kill for. This music's why I live, y'all. Why y'all hate on me? Y'all who I do it for. All this hating, copycatting, gotta heal, yo. See if you rain or if you shine. See, I'ma get up on my grind, cause I got money on my mind. I be like, big boy, he got it. Big belly and pockets, got a bad one, she look tropic. Tryna flex on and get knotted. They like, she like, man, that boy so cool, Jamaican baby. Big daddy too cool, like damn right, I got it. Big belly and pockets, got a bad one, she look tropic. Tryna flex on and get knotted. They like, she like, man, that boy so cool, Jamaican baby. Big daddy too cool. Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to
R.I.P.
Jimmy Z.
Yes, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Jimmy Z.
Shout out to Deshaun too. I'm sorry to cut you off, but we worked for many, many years, and I definitely just want to pay my respects to him and his family. Like I said, it probably was more than 4 or 5, 6 years. I never even had to like hit up his brother. His brother was like a huge like investor of his, and I never had to hit him and be like, hey, bro, like it's time to re-up on your promo. He always was like, hey, I'm sending you your money. You know what I'm saying? So like, I always respected how they did business. And like I said, they were just one of my like loyal clients. So it's really sad to, see this happen. You know what I mean? Especially because he has kids as well, especially a new baby as well. So, it just sucks, but we will keep his name alive for sure.
Okay. Another question. Two more questions. I'm not gonna take too much of your time. but I'm gonna ask you a couple more wild things. So, how would you handle this situation as a promoter? You get an artist, you don't really know him that much. He goes and performs. He's doing a little too much jumping around. He's acting wild. He's a rapper, but he starts doing wild things like doing the cartwheel on stage. You know what I mean? Pelvic thrusting a little too long. It's supposed to be a gangster song. And then when he's done with his set, he goes, "All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace." And he takes that microphone up there and he spikes it on the floor hard as hell. And he put his hands up and walks off. How would you handle with that person?
I would never book him again. Period. I'm not booking you again.
Hell no.
This stuff costs too much to replace mics and all that. My fiance's a DJ now, and yeah, nah. That's just too much.
It is. It is too much. Some artists will definitely try to do too much on stage, trying to make a scene, especially if they know they brought the least amount of people to the venue. You know that. People who, people act cool because they brought so many people, they just chilling and vibing. But that one brother or sister who only brought either their girlfriend or their boyfriend, that's all they brought, and they trying to make a scene, they get on your stage, I'm out. Pow! Doing too much. I just want to see how you feel about that. I wouldn't book them either.
On the non-book list.
Okay. So,
I got a funny question for the promoters. Both of y'all.
Okay.
Let's say y'all book a headliner, right?
Uh-huh.
They on stage. They performing. They go to crowd surf. Hit the flow. Spike it. And get knocked out. How would y'all handle that?
911.
Exactly.
Someone call 911.
Someone call 911.
What the hell?
Because I cannot have anybody die on my show.
Exactly. Like,
I cannot.
That'll be an instant. Like, no
show.
more shows. Be like,
For
all things
real.
indie showcase is done for because this idiot decided to crowd surf.
Yeah, you go crowd surf in an underground show. I mean, hey, yeah, you may be a lot of people there. You may be our biggest show.
Right.
It don't matter. You don't know these people like that. They don't know you like that. You know what I mean? You gonna crowd surf? You tripping hard. But yeah. So yeah, like I said, I didn't want to keep you too long. You're a busy woman. You got things going on. What you about to go do next?
I have a radio interview with McGee on 360 Radio at 9:00.
Yeah, 360.
Before I went to I did want to talk about like a huge thing that I have going on my nonprofit, which is Kicks for Kids. I have the shirt on, as you see. You can follow us on Instagram, Kicks for Kids Shoe Drive. You can find it on my page. But it's a nonprofit that I came up with in 2020 due to the fact that all my dreams since I've been a kid, I grew up in Meadowview, was to pull up in my neighborhood and with a U-Haul truck and full of shoes, free shoes for kids, and give them away. And over the years, it kind of bothered me because I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever get rich, you know what I mean? But I want to do this. So I posted on Facebook, and then a lot of people was like, you don't have to be rich, we'll help you do it. So then from there, like, we did the first one in the Mac Road area. It ended up being successful. Foot Locker ended up connecting with us because my bro Dale was going to Foot Locker every other day buying like 20, 30 a pair of shoes. So they were like, what the hell is going on? So they ended up dropping off like 100 pair of shoes that time. So ever since then, Foot Locker's been a huge sponsor for us. Shout out to you guys, Foot Locker, Northern California. Shout out to Emmanuel. Shout out to Angela.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're working on our 7th drive, back to school drive, which will be August 5th. Location to be announced, but it'll be from 12 to 4 p.m. Like I said, we just trying to give, trying to give back. A lot of people say, why are you doing this? Well, because at the end of the day, if you don't give, they'll take. A lot of these kids don't have anything, going on. Sacramento doesn't have anything. When I grew up, we had Cal Skate. We had a lot of things to do.
Right.
These kids don't have nothing. And so there's been instances where I've seen kids, that's cutting up or whatever, but they recognize me because of the drives.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so they're like, oh, that's Mrs. Lisa. You know what I'm saying? So, we got to get to these kids. We got to give them a reason to show them that other people care besides their family. Because some people come from families that don't care. You know what I mean? And so just to show them that other people do care, that there are people that, are kind and will give to you just because,
Yeah. There's something I want to... go ahead. You got a question? Okay, well, I got one. So how is it now having a building of your own? Talk about it.
So how that happened is my cousin Danielle, she's been seeing me do my thing for a long time. And so she's the actual investor in this building, Studio 08 2501, the scene, which is on Fulton. And so she been seeing me, like I said, do my thing for a long time. And she's like, I want to give you a space so that you can do your thing. And then, so we got the space January 15th. And we've been doing events like crazy. We just did a shoe drive up there, I want to say 2 weeks ago, April 2nd. And so we're doing like a lot of community events. It's open for any type of private events, parties, shows as well. We're open to any type of events pretty much.
Okay, I might have to holler at you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I might have to holler
Listening
at you.
parties and all that type of stuff, seminars. And next year by January, we will have something bigger. And with that, I want to kind of build in seminars because my older brother, he works at Republic Records as a marketing advertising director.
Okay.
And then my other brother is a songwriter and producer. So I have like a lot of connections. And I feel like if we bring these people back out here and have people see like, listen, they came from Sacramento too. You know what I mean? And that way they can kind of give artists the blueprint of, okay, this is what y'all need to do. This is what y'all need to stay away from. This is how to kind of navigate through this new music business because every year it's changing. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that'll be very beneficial. So that's something that I'm working on as well. Those seminars, they'll be huge and beneficial.
Sounds good.
Let them know when that next show coming up, though.
Oh, this Friday. This Friday. April 14th, Chloe Kaboom, Mr. G, Max 17 at the Starla Room at 9 p.m. inside Harlow's. You guys come out and support. Again, like I said earlier, we're shooting a TV project with Corey D's story, so it's a lot going on. Like I said, we're just trying to make the artists feel like Hollywood. Like we're trying to bring Hollywood back to Sac. We did the first one last show, and a lot of artists was like, "What the hell is going on? Like, where are all these cameras here, all these lights?" And oh my God, I gave an interview, and it was dope because they didn't know, their people didn't know, and so like their people were like, "Oh my God, they're bringing out their cameras and making them feel like stars." And so that's what, like, I love that. You get what I'm saying? I love seeing these artists smile and be like, "Damn, like I paid this money, it worked, I made money," because on my shows, give you 20 tickets. When you pay for the slot, you can double your money. And so you have a chance to make $400 and just putting in 200. So to be able to show them that they make money, feel good, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about.
There you go. Well, look, we don't want to hold you up any longer. We know you're a busy woman. We're glad you came through to the Support Your Boy podcast.
Please invite me again, please. I would love to do a longer one too.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're gonna have you come back.
Sure.
Definitely gonna have you come back. It's gonna be a good one too. We want to thank you guys, everybody's out there. And before we go, you guys don't mind if I go play Jamisi one more time? There you go.
Yes.
R.I.P. DJ Geo. R.I.P. DJ Geo too. I think today's his anniversary.
Yeah, thank you for saying that.
And R.I.P. to my cousin Ikea. She was a huge supporter of mine. Her anniversary was April 7th. So I just want to shout her out. Love you, cousin.
There you go.